slow moving traffic. That's what that was. Oh God, imagine if you were going the other way. Oh, imagine if you were going the other way. Oh, stuck behind that lot. There should be a tailback limit on tractors. Like any more than 4 cars behind, and you're legally obligated to pull over at the next opportunity and let them pass. Doggy. Is it skanky dreadlocks? No, it's just an old lady. Well, that was a thought I had the other day actually. What power, if any, does a lollipop lady or lollipop man have? Like in terms of, are they legally? It's like if they tell you to stop, are you legally obligated to stop, or are you like, yeah, fuck off, lollipop? Because it just tends to be like the unwritten rule, like lollipop lady walks out to the road, you stop, wait, and wait. Right? There's never been like a question of, nah, I was gonna go through. But could they, if they wanted to, just stop traffic for no other reason than they decide to, and then we would all have to like obey the lollipop? Or is it just like a, just a big common courtesy that the British people do? Because someone said once that the black rectangle on the lollipop thing is because, say you've got someone who does the unthinkable and drives past anyway, they write their license plate down on the little black square. That's what it's for. They're supposed to write it in chalk. I have chosen to believe that without any evidence to support it, because it sounds quaint, like a throwback to ye olde days where pens and pencils weren't invented apparently, and people just had random bits of chalk. Maybe it's like those, the volunteer policemen. Can't remember what they're called, like the community support officers or something like that, where they're literally just normal people but wearing a police like esque outfit. Like the only power they actually have is what you choose to give them. I saw a video ages ago, oh god, it must have been years ago, where they were referred to as iPlods because they were like PCs, just not as powerful. I do like that. Because it has to be volunteered work, doesn't it? There's no one's getting paid to be a lollipop man. To work for a total of like 2 hours a day. It could be one of them, it's a calling. Road safety is a calling. Like a lady at work, she wants to be a lollipop lady. But again, I don't know whether it's, I don't really think you get any money from it. I've also seen like phone zombie kids. Like they go towards like the crossing. They're all like staring at the phone. And like the lollipop guy was trying to stop them from just walking out into traffic. And they just full on just fucking ignore. And all the guy's like, fuck off, and carried on. And there's like nothing he could do. So yeah, they can't have any power. Otherwise, surely like anyone with like police power would have went, right, kids, you want to go to, I was going to say Battersea Dogs Home then. What's the kid, Borstal? Is that the kids one? Oh, what's the kids one? I don't know what the fucking kids one is. Do you want to go to the school for very naughty children? Again, I could Google this. I could Google this and clear it all up in no time. But I was too busy, right, when I had the chance to look a bit of current affairs. I noticed that they're remaking Time Bandits, and I was fucking incensed. Incensed. I was like, but they already have it. Why do they need to remake it? It already exists, and it's perfect. And then I dug a bit deeper. I say that, I just clicked on it. I clicked on it, read the article. Not a single dwarf in the cast. I mean, arguably the kid is, but you know, he'll grow out of that. Most of them won't. Fat tires, e-bike, waste of space. Why wouldn't they want to make, like, what is this weird like thing about not being able to like hire dwarf actors anymore for dwarf roles? I mean, if you put like a white guy in a black person role, it's whitewashing, right? Well, what's it when you put in like tall people in like a dwarf role? It's suddenly a fucking tall washing, leg washing. No, yeah, it's stupid. Is what it is. It's like called Snow Brown and the Seven Baristas, whatever it was. Snow White wasn't white, and the dwarfs were. I mean, I get diversity, right? You want to have diversity, and like everyone wants to, you know, to see themselves represented. Sure, okay, I get it, and especially if you're, you know, a marginalised group, that seeing someone resembling yourself on TV, I don't know why it would, but it's like, hey, but you know, they're not you and you're not them, so they're still rich and you're still doing whatever the fuck you're doing. But I mean, I've not checked this. Again, obviously, I've done no research into it, but I've got a distinct feeling that you know, dwarf people can be of different ethnicities and sexual orientation. I don't think that's limited to a tall people, you know, thing. All dwarfs are only white and straight. I mean, growing up with films like Time Bandits, you know, Willow, He-Man movie, you know, and like Star Wars and stuff, you know, when you learn out that there was like kids and dwarfs in all like the suits and stuff, you know, it introduces you and you realise, oh look, they're this whole community of people, different. So like when you see one in the wild, like, you don't look at them and go, oh my god, what is this? You know, you've seen one as a kid. I mean, I'd assume that's where like things like dwarf came from. You know, like the sort of the fancy creature or race, I should say, not creature, came from people with dwarfism. I mean, I've got no way to substantiate that or why it would be that way. I mean, it's not as if like someone saw a horse with wings and went, oh look, it can't fly, but it must have been able to at one point. I don't know where I'm going with this. Essentially, it looks dog shit. It's got none of like the whimsy and like sort of like the fantasy of the original one. It just looks, I don't know, it just looks crap. I think sometimes HD makes things look worse. Move over, Bellend. There's more. Share the road. Share the fucking road. Wait here, it says. So I shall wait right here. Look at me following the rules. Why have you got your hazard on, you pleb? Everyone behind you is shitting themselves right now. Thinking, oh, he's just fucking broken down. He's broken down. What's gonna go on from here? He fucking has as well. I'm guessing that there's nothing wrong with his car. He's just trying, like, he's lost or he's trying to find something out. And has decided to, like, completely hold up everybody in order to satisfy himself. So that's my definition of like a road user doing an action that absolutely impacts like other road users to their detriment. That guy couldn't go through the lights and then just pull over to one side. He had to do it there immediately, creating a massive tailback of people that are trying to go around him now. He looks like he's over the line. Looks like he's over the line. Scumbag. Do you know, I could have sworn there were more films, like in the 80s and stuff, with like little people in, beyond Time Bandits and Willow. It'll come to me. I'll sit bolt upright at 2 o'clock in the morning and just go, fuck, I remember. Peter Dinklage just ruined it. He's the one. He came out and started complaining about giving these roles, like dwarf specific roles out, although he made an absolute fucking killing in his career doing that very specific thing. And I'm not just talking about playing the Game of Thrones person, wherever that name was, but you know, like Elf, like his entire character was there as a joke that he would be seen and he'd be like, oh, it's an elf. Like, he might be a good actor, God knows, probably is. He gets enough roles. And then to start kicking off that can't have dwarfs and the 7 dwarfs, he basically went, fuck you, I've got mine. Nuts to you all. I am the only dwarf in the village. Doggy!